What's up, guys? We're back here at the GSL Code S. At least one Zerg will advance to the round of 16. And what better Zerg than life, really?
Yeah, I'm so happy that he's made it through.
Yeah.
As I was saying before, I'm really rooting for him. So it's nice to see. Now, one of these Protoss is going to go out right away. Will it be YongHwa like normal? Or will Deer
I actually
kind of hit a low point?
It's going to be exactly what we expect it to be, which would be probably YongHwa loses either 0-2 or 1-2.
I think so. But, I mean, Deer's kind of had a hard time recently, so...
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
That would be an interesting twist if Deer actually gets knocked out first.
Yeah. Well, kind of sad, too. That's quite a far fall, right?
Right.
So if a fall, you know... Deer looks fine. Maybe he's part cat. Didn't break his legs when he fell from way up there.
Maybe he's got 9 lives, too.
Could
Keep
be.
that in mind as well. All right. So, I'm sure some viewers are happy about this, but one Protoss out of these two will not be in the round of 16
yes.
in this season of the GSL Code S.
Deer versus YongHwa.
What's up? What's up, homie?
I want to know how it's
Slice.
snowy on one half of this map and green on the other half.
It is a good question. You know that these maps that are look like this are actually inspired by MOBAs. Did you know that? Whenever you see, look, it's a diagonal cut down the half here. In this case, it'd be more like a
Are you sure?
a Dota MOBA, just because of the tight turn and the axis.
Are you sure that the MOBAs aren't copying Yonsu instead of the other way around?
It's a good point, Artosis. Here's what they did. They went to the future. They time traveled there and said Yonsu and said, I know what we need to do now.
They're like, I love watching PVZs on this map. What if we made an entire game based around that? Sick idea. And now they're all millionaires.
You thought going back in time and getting that almanac Back to the Future, the sports almanac was the way to do it. No, man.
All they need to do is watch some Yonsu PVZs.
Yep. So we have simulators going down here. Oh, they're next to each other. In fact, he could do like some like American Gladiator stuff. Just punch right through there. You know?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? The American Gladiators, they have to run through one of 4 doors, and behind one of those doors might be Blaze or Lace from the American Gladiators with a shield to stop you.
It was a great show. I watched it all the time as a little kid.
I actually need to like go download this right now. I need to go rewatch all the American Gladiators.
I think you'd watch about one and never watch another one again. They were pretty bad.
Are they bad?
Giant Q-tips and stuff.
That was so sick.
Hey, I wanted to be on it, but not anymore.
I would love to see you on American Gladiator,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I would pay money to see you on American Gladiator.
I think I'd fall off the balance beam one time from a
American
big Q-tip hit. Be like, oh, my back!
You guys got a lawsuit on your hands. Like, not with this paper you signed there, Joseph.
All right, so both players going double gate.
Yep.
Both players we get out a decent amount of Starkers. We'll see who will go ahead and grab a Stargate, who will grab a Twilight. Or will there be any sick metagaming in like a Robo or something like that?
Could happen.
And look
He
at
does
that.
still have that probe tucked away right up there in the upper left.
Well, that can make a gigantic difference.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised he didn't check for that.
Yeah, Deer seems to be a little bit off. That's, you know, kind of unacceptable for Code S quality play here. He's chronoing out 2 more Stalkers here to apply some pressure.
And his tech is a 3-gate. Now, this can go into Twilight or Stargate. And 3-gate here as well. So pretty mirrored builds. Oh, and he finds it. YongHwa.
YongHwa.
Trying to be sneaky. Didn't work.
It's too bad he didn't scout with that before it got killed.
Yep. Well, the thing is, he killed it quick enough that he was never really going to see much anyways. Like, the best he could have done maybe is see that there's a 3rd gate, but you oftentimes just expect that when it's when you see your opponent going for a quick 2-gate for Stalkers. Now, of course, a little bit of micro battles going back and forth here. And a Twilight coming up now for YongHwa, as well as Deer.
And
all right,
here comes that pylon. He does get up the ramp, by the way. Stalker's still continuing to come forward here. Warp Gate about to finish. Now he wants to try to trigger that Nexus Cannon early.
Not going to happen. Ooh, nice. Really, really nice. Getting a kill there. Really big deal. And in fact, he's going to be able to push through. It was a good time warp to try to get away. And oh my god, look at this. Deer is actually trying to do this.
He's actually going for it. And what I like about this is the time warp there on the ramp does not let those Stalkers get away as easily.
Yeah. Well, that's a big deal. If you get up even one Stalker in a situation like this, it's all the difference in the world.
Seven wants another warp in round here. Chronoing out Blink as well.
Deer actually starting Blink a little bit quicker. Okay, YongHwa now starting it as well.
So theirs are going to get done roughly about the same amount of time.
Yeah, we'll see how many Chronos that they use and whatnot. Even bringing some probes with him. Now he is up a couple probes, so it's not a big deal that he has them with his army.
Oh, that was so great.
That was, well, you know what? Deer was ready with that sentry, and now he gets 2 free Stalker kills. Like, completely free. That's, like, such a big deal. Now, if Deer plays this out really well from here, what is YongHwa to do? He's just going to be down Stalkers, and they're both going to have Blink.
Okay, he did drop one Stalker there.
All right.
While he was peeking.
Well, that's a great way to come back. Kill off Stalkers. Yeah, totally.
Another warping round here. Now, remember, Deer has a slight lead in the Blink upgrade, which means he can blunk on top of this army.
Yes, I suppose he could. I think that's a little bit dangerous, because what if Blink finishes at the same time? He can't quite tell.
He can't quite tell, but if he does do it, it will work out quite nicely for him. Now, he does have a good amount of Stalkers over here on the side, just in case.
Yeah, still 2 Stalkers up for Deer, though. You know, the funny thing about Blink Stalker versus Blink Stalker, the one with more wins. When you have the same units. Isn't that crazy? All right, here we go. The blinking does begin. He does have that Guardian Shield, which really is helpful. His Blink should be finishing any time now.
And it looks like he's not going to push down the ramp. No, he's starting to back up here. Nice blinks here by Deer. But the targeting here from YongHwa is very good.
It is. You know, if he had Blink during this, this would not look quite like this, but it looks like finally he has Blink. But is it too late?
Yeah, he's blinking forward with the other Stalkers here. And I think this is going to be enough.
You know, just Deer was so decisive there to just get in there and hit him immediately once Blink was done. And just the slightly faster Blink upgrade made all the difference.
Yeah.
Now he's having to pull these probes out. Not a good situation to be in.
Really nice control here by Deer. Now one Zealot comes in over here and makes things a little bit more complicated. But you know, he's so far got great control.
Yeah, this is going to be it, I think, Tasteless. Too much damage being done, too many probes having to be pulled. Right now, YongHwa is down by 7 probes and a couple Stalkers.
It's kind of sad. It does all boil down to you know, that Blink.
The slightly faster Blink, but also losing those 2 Stalkers. Because if he had 2 extra Stalkers when that Blink attack happened, it wouldn't have been that one-sided. He would have held. So either one of those are the two main issues that occurred here for him.
Okay, so he's actually YongHwa not bad so far.
That's true, but
pushing him back here.
He's down to 14 probes is the real issue, I guess.
Okay, he is driving Deer back. But yeah, economically, he's really hurting here. It's a lot of bruised Stalkers, by the way.
Thing is, he's not even going to be able to keep up on his warp-ins because he's lost so many probes here. And even though he's up like a couple Stalkers still, it's not going to be for long because the warp-ins are going to be hit every single time by Deer. Look at the complete lack of minerals that YongHwa has.
Yeah, and it's not going up very quickly. Deer is expanding now. I think that history is going to repeat itself here. Artosis, YongHwa once again knocked out of the round of 32 here. This guy just cannot perform in individual leagues. Okay, he's got this one Zealot over here in the front to tank.
Well, yeah, Zealot does help out a bit. I don't even know that there's a reason for him to try to push up that ramp. When he's got a Nexus halfway done, screw it. Go home, make more Stalkers, and that's it. You wait for YongHwa to come out with whatever attack he has planned, because the guy has 16 probes. There's not a lot of options open to him. It looks like he's just going to walk across the map and attack with 10 Stalkers. Or not.
Now, the Nexus is going to go ahead and finish up here. I can imagine YongHwa's heart is going to sink.
Yeah.
Seeing the Nexus here. There's a Dark Shrine coming and a Robo here for YongHwa, but
I love that Dark Shrine. He does walk in and try to get something done. Does get repelled. By the way, so for Deer, I really like the Dark Shrine because he knows that YongHwa has taken such a beating to his economy that there's no way that he can afford to send observers all over the place. Like, he might make one because he is making a Robo, but you know, you warp in like 1 DT towards his base and 1 DT up here. Is he really going to have 2 locations with units to stop DTs as well as observers to stop DTs?
That's one of the great ways to punish Robotech, is because there's too many critical units that come out of there. Colossus, Warp Prism, Observer, Immortal. That, you know, of course, if you get a guy who's going Blink Stalker, you want to get an Immortal out, but the more Immortals you're trying to get out, the less Observers you're also going to have.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Now he does have that proxy pylon, so he can warp in a DT down there. And plenty of units, of course, streaming across the map at the moment. Does have that single observer.
Okay, here comes those 2 DTs. Now the observer's here, but if it's not in the exact right spot, looks like it should be okay, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to be able to kill off both these DTs really easily. So that's actually kind of painful for Deer, because you know, those DTs were wasted.
It was an investment that never paid off.
Yeah, but I think if the game goes long, DT tech is quite useful. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it's too bad that he just walked them both in and they both died so quickly.
So he has his own observer out now, YongHwa does. Now it's 28 probes to 43. Mind you, YongHwa does not have an up and running expansion just yet. So, I mean, this is a very substantial lead here from Deer. He does gun down that observer. We have a second observer being made, actually a third observer, because there's one that just grazed by the top of the screen there.
Well, you can see how much he's forcing him into actually buying these observers. It's like really, really annoying because his economy is already so weak. Picks off an observer there of Deer's.
Nicely done. And Deer is going to now just make another observer here. He's also getting +1 attack. And it looks like we're going to have the engagement here.
And it looks like, well, he's holding for now, but as these Zealots come up as well as the other Stalkers, it's going to get harder and harder, and I think we're just going to be seeing a GG out of YongHwa very shortly.
Yep, I think you're right.
Just got too far behind early on, Tasis.
So that'll bring us to game number 2 here. YongHwa down 1 game. Deer is victorious.
Kind of sad for YongHwa. How many times is this going to happen to him?
I want to say don't give up hope, guys. YongHwa can come back, but I think we've seen this too many times now, you know?
Seems like a hard situation, that's for sure.
Look at that face. It's like,
Back to Code
God damn it, is this going to happen to me again?
Yeah. Well, you know, he's getting really good at those Code A qualifiers.
He is very good at those Code A qualifiers. He is a monster in Code A.
Yeah.
Man,